Welcome to my channel Priyanka's Learn It Well. Today I'll be taking up the concept of linked list and introduction to linked list, and with the continuation of this episode I would be covering the operations of the linked list in the coming episodes. If you're liking my content, do not forget to like, share, and if you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon for all the notifications from Priyanka's Learn It Well. So let's start with the introduction to the linked list in data structures and algorithms. Linked list in data structures and algorithm. What we will learn in this session is the linear data structures having linked representations, drawbacks of sequential data structures, and types of linked list. Linked list is a data structure for storing the collection of data. In the slide, you can see different blocks, and those blocks are known as the nodes. The nodes have two parts. The first part of the node holds the data, and the other part of the node holds the address of the next node, or we can say that it points to the next node. Talking about the properties of the linked list, the successive elements are connected by pointers, and the last element points to the null. Here in this slide, you can see a null point here. So the last block of the representation is pointing to the null. It can be expanded in size during the execution of a program, and it does not waste memory space. However, it requires some memory for the storage of pointers. Linked list ADT. We have already talked about the abstract data structure in the previous episodes. So the linked list have majorly two operations, the main operations and the auxiliary operations. There is insertion and deletion of elements into the list, and the auxiliary operations include deletion of the list, counting the number of elements in the list, and finding the nth node from the end of the list. Talking about the array overview, the array elements can be accessed in a constant time by using the index of a particular element. Why constant time is required for accessing the array elements? To access an array element, address of an element is computed as an offset from the base address of the array, and one multiplication is needed to compute what is supposed to be added to the base address to get the memory address of the element. One memory block is allocated for the entire array to hold the elements of the array. The size of an element of that data type is calculated, then it is multiplied with the index of the element to get the value to be added to the base address. This process takes one multiplication and one addition. Since these two operations take constant time, we can say the array access can be performed in constant time. Advantages and disadvantages of arrays. Arrays are simple and easy to use. It has faster access to the elements, that is, a constant access, as discussed a while ago. What are the disadvantages of arrays? The fixed size. The size of the array is static and it needs to be specified before using it. It is a one block allocation. To allocate the array at the beginning itself, sometimes it may not be possible to get the memory for the complete array. Complex position based insertion. To insert an element at a given position, we may need to shift the existing elements. This will create a position for us to insert a new element at the desired position. If the position at which we want to add an element is at the beginning, then the shifting of operations is more expensive. Understanding the need of linked list, let's discuss the advantages of linked list. The linked list can be expanded in constant time. In arrays, however, we must allocate memory for a certain number of elements when created, and to add more elements to it, we must create a new array and copy the old array into the new array. That takes a lot of time. With a linked list, we can start with space for one element allocated and add the new elements easily without the need to do any copying or reallocating. There are three types of linked list: singly linked list, doubly linked list, and circular linked list, each of which will be discussed in elaboration. That is all from today's episode. In the next episode, we would be covering the various operations that can be performed with the different types of linked list, that is, the singly, doubly, and circular linked list. Thank you.